Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about a deck that I just discovered, Icejade. Icejade is a very interesting deck that is made possible by cards in Photon Hypernova, such as Icejade Manifestation, so let's just get into the video. For our non-Icejade extenders, we're playing 3 Buzzsaw Shark, 3 Silent Angler, and 3 Teddy Spirit Sathana. Sathana is just to work off stuff that, essentially, if you don't have any cards on the field, you can just summon this, and it's level 4 Water Monster. Angler is the exact opposite, where if you do have a water monster on the field, you can summon this from hand, and then you're water locked, or rather, you can't special summon from hand for the rest of the turn. And then Buzzsaw Shark is a 1-card rank 4. Everybody knows what Buzzsaw Shark does. It is a very, very, very good card. For the Ice States, we're playing 3 Acti, 3 Agrio Cassis, and 3 Tanola. We're just playing 3 of all of the legal monsters. Unfortunately, we don't have Aegis, but we do have the ability to cycle cards. We can just like pitch cards off Acti and draw one, etc. So we do have ways to find erosion, but even otherwise, Acti can pitch one and draw one, and then if it's sent to the, and then if a water monster is destroyed with battle card effect with this in your grave, you banish this and then summon an Ice Shade from hand or grave. So this is a good way to ban it, to get through your Agro Cassis and are able to summon it. Essentially, while a card is equipped with this, it gains just a bunch of attack, and then you can equip to this cards like Tanola and Acti to get them a lot of attack. Speaking of Agro Cassis, essentially is just a big guy, right? He is a tuner, but unfortunately, there are no level 11 synchros, so there's no real reason to play around him being a tuner, unfortunately, but he's still good for doing just basic Icejade stuff. You need as many names as you can, and then Tanola can pitch a water monster and send herself to the grave to summon any water monster from the grave. This is a good way to get back your Buzzsaw Sharks to get rank 4 plays going, etc. You can also revive something like a Agro Cassis just to have a bigger body on the field. For Icejade spell traps, you're playing 3 Cradle. This is just Rhoda. Essentially, you can add any Icejade from deck to hand, and then Manifestation. If you control a water monster and your opponent has a monster on their field, take an Icejade from deck and either send it to grave or summon it in face of it, or special summon it. And then in the grave, in face of Icejade monster you control, leave the field by opponent's card, except by being destroyed. Banish this card, target a card, and your opponent controls, banish it. So just in case you get something like a Redoer spins your guy, or a Trap Tricks is able to spin your guy. There's some banishing removal. Also, something like your card being tributed off of a Predaplant that already has a counter off it. You can banish a card in your opponent's field. It's good for when your opponent doesn't read. We are playing Extravagance in this deck. It's just Pot of Greed. We're playing Erosion as well. Essentially, this is just you pop an Icejade on the field, and then you target a card in your opponent's field and negate it. And if a face-up Wander monster leaves the field by your opponent's card, except by being destroyed, you can search or summon an Icejade from deck. Forgot to talk about Called By. It's Called by the Grave. Broken card, essentially. And now you can also banish cards that Trap Tricks players are trying to revive. Dynamicious is just another decent card. It's a water monster, so if it's destroyed, you can do some things with like the Icejade if it's like spun or banished instead of being destroyed. We are playing Shadebreak for rank 4 extenders. It plays really well in the Redoer. If you know Common Charity, you know what Shadebrigadine does. And then Torrential Tribute for our final trap card, just because it's good. Playing 3 Dweller. This card has a specific utility in this deck because it bumps all water monsters up by 500 attack. This along with Agro Cassis can make for some very quick OTKs. Dark Rebel and Icejade Dragon can help you beat over some things that maybe you aren't able to. Vespinato gives you piercing damage. Redoer is part of your end board. Essentially, Redoer plus Shadebreak is just a spin. And you can also get lucky by getting spins, especially in a meta with Trap Tricks in it. You can, there's a lot more traps to pick off the top, and then Tornado Dragon for things like Trap Tricks or even other stun decks. Thank you for watching the video on Icejade, and I will see you next time.